everyone, and welcome to Domain and Range Practice by Anatole Felsen and William Budge. Domain and range are every x and y value that a graph produces, and range is a y value, is also known as the output and the dependent variable. Domain is the x values, also known as the input and the independent variable. Alright, so now let's find out how to actually get the answer. So, you're going to write down the x value that is furthest to the left, and then the x value that is furthest to the right for domain, separated by commas. For the range, you're going to put the first y value at the bottom, and the second one is from the top. An easy way to remember this is always put the lower one first. And around them, you're going to want to put either parentheses or brackets. Usually, you're going to be working with brackets if it's like a fixed number. But sometimes you may be working with parentheses if it's like, say, infinity, or if it's with an open circle, like an asymptote. An asymptote is something that almost touches a line or a point, but never actually does. Sometimes you will be seeing these lines with arrows. That means that they go on forever. Infinity actually can be used in domain and range, and so can negative infinity. But if it goes off at an angle, that means that it is covering every single x value, because it is going on for infinity across x-axis, plus it is slowly increasing in y value, which means that it is covering every single y value, meaning that it is negative infinity, infinity for domain, and negative infinity, infinity for range. Once again, these infinities have parentheses around them, not brackets. For example 1, you first take the farthest left x value and the farthest right x value, so that would be -3 and 2. And then you put them together, separated by a comma, in a parentheses or brackets. Now this is very important. Parentheses means that it's not a fixed number, as in it's pretty much an asymptote or something else, like it goes on for infinity, but brackets means that it goes exactly to that number. So for the range, you do the same thing except for the y values. So the one on the bottom is -2, and the one furthest up is 3. So for example 2, you want to do pretty much the same thing. You find the x value that's furthest to the left and the right, and find the y value that's furthest down and furthest above. So that turns out to be -4 and 4, and the range turns out to be -5 and 5. Don't worry about anything else. It doesn't matter if it's a function or not, it can still have a domain and a range. So for this one, you also want to be only looking at the farthest left and the farthest right x values, and the farthest down and the farthest up y values. So fortunately for us, the x values that are furthest to the left and the right are also the points where the y values are the furthest up and down. So this is -2 and 5. And the range also happens to be -2 and 5, interestingly enough. For example number 4, we are introduced into the arrows, which means that it goes on forever. Now you see, even though this is on the right side of the y-intercept, it still goes on forever, pointing to the left. So that means that the domain is negative infinity because it goes forever to the left, and positive infinity because the one at the bottom goes forever down to the right. And the range is also the same because it goes at an angle the same up and down. Thank you for watching.